I was just on the MMA website and they had this poll going, what fight card are you most excited for that's coming up? 48% of the people picked Affliction Day of Reckoning, and 51% picked UFC 94. Being stupid, it transcends everything and anything, sports, whatever it be. Stupidity can infect anything. So right there, that's just a brief act of stupidity. Maybe Affliction should have like Rainbow Bright fight a Cabbage Patch next card, or Voltron versus like the Green Ranger. Just some ideas for Affliction to keep in mind, so they get that stupid vote. That really got on my nerves right there. Anyway, on to the predictions. Rogerio, Nogueira versus Vladimir, the Janitor, Matyushenko. Now, these guys fought before. Matyushenko, he a tough dude, but I don't see any results being different in this fight. Rear naked choke or armbar. I see Nogueira finishing this fight. Kirill, Sidelnikov versus Buentello. I know most of you guys haven't seen a Sidelnikov fight, but I went ahead and took it upon myself to look at all his fights. There's a reason they call him Baby Fedor, but there's a reason why they shouldn't either. In this fight, I think Sidelnikov is going to look like Baby Fedor and take it to Paul. They both brawlers, so I don't see this going out of the first round. Sidelnikov, he looked like he young and hungry, and he want to win this fight, and I think that's what's going to go down. Dan Lauzon versus Chris Horodecki. They lightweights. They really fast. It's going to be a really exciting fight, no matter who you're going for. I really think the fight's going to go to a decision. I think it's going to be one of those exciting fights that goes the distance. But I see Horodecki taking this one. And the reason for me picking Horodecki is because I watched some videos on him, and he seemed really focused. And anytime a guy's that focused, chances are he's going to win. Renato, Babalu Sobral versus Thierry, Sokoudjou. Those of you who've been watching my predictions know I picked Sokoudjou the last 2 times he lost. Babalu's last performance, it was a little bit kind of bland. He could have came out more ferocious, but he didn't. And for him to win this fight, he's going to have to be the old Babalu and step it up a lot from his last fight. I don't know if he was injured or what, but he won on a cut against Bobby Southworth. I'm going to go with Babalu on this one. Thierry Sokoudjou, he like the Chicago Bears. Every time I bet on the Chicago Bears, they lose. Every time I bet against him, I lose. Vitor Belfort versus Matt Lindland. Every time Vitor fight, everybody keeps saying, oh, it's going to be old Vitor. It's going to be the old Vitor. And that's pretty annoying if you're a Vitor fan. Guy's had problems in his life, you know, like not like anyone else. He's a warrior. He's not going to turn down a fight. So if shit going down in his life and they schedule him for a fight, most likely he's going to take it. So I don't see how anyone could talk shit about Vitor when most people talking shit don't got their shit straight in their life anyway. Anyway, Vitor fight Matt Lindland. And Vitor's had trouble with good wrestlers in his time. For example, Randy Couture. But Matt Lindland is a little slower than Randy, and Vitor Belfort's a lot faster at 185. I think speed gonna play a difference in this one. And Matt Lindland has proven that he can be knocked out, so I think it's a bad matchup for Matt Lindland, as much as people think it's a bad matchup for Vitor Belfort. Vitor's faster, just as fast as he always was, and he's gonna prove it this fight, and he's gonna knock out Matt Lindland. Gilbert Yvel versus Josh Barnett. I think this is going to be the upset of the night right here. Everybody looking for Josh Barnett to submit Gilbert. I don't think that's going to happen. So I think Josh Barnett's going to stand up with Gilbert. And I think Gilbert is going to knock him out. I think Josh is going to want to prove to himself and everybody else that he could stand and bang with them, even the best of them, even Gilbert Yvel, one of the best stand-up fighters in the world in MMA. If you don't believe that, go look at his fights. If you're a UFC nut hugger, look at his fight with Chet Congo. He KO'd Chet Congo, so there's your proof right there. I want to put a bet on a first or second round KO for Gilbert Yvel, but that's my pick for the upset of the night. Fedor, Last Emperor Emelianenko versus Andrei Pitbull Arlovski. Personally, I'd like to see Andrei Arlovski fight Albez for the name Pitbull. I think that would be really cool. A lot of people saying Fedor has never fought a guy like Andrei Arlovski. That's true. He hasn't fought a guy that big and that fast. But he has fought guys bigger than him, and he's fought guys faster than him, and he's beaten all of them. what I did was I went and watched 4 fights of well, I watched almost all Fedor's fights, but I watched 4 in particular. They all involved strikers who were probably some of the best in MMA, and they were taller than Fedor. Krokop had about 1 inch on Fedor. Sylvia had about a foot and a half. Semi-Shield and Hongman Choi. All of them great strikers. All of them bigger than Fedor. All of them got beat down by Fedor. But I did notice in those fights, Fedor does leave himself open when he goes for the shoot, and that's going to cause a problem for him if he is to reiterate that in this fight. Andrei Arlovski's hands are very quick, and if Fedor is to shoot in from a distance on Andrei, he could get caught with an uppercut, and it could be bad. Fedor's got to tighten up his game when it comes to the shoot and getting in the clinch on Andrei Arlovski if that's what he chooses to do. And Andrei, if he is to beat a man like Fedor, right now is the time because he's focused, he's in shape, and he's fast. And I wouldn't be surprised if Andrei comes away with the win. But I've been watching Andrei's last few fights. He did beat Roy Nelson, and he did beat Ben Rothwell, but he went through a lot of shit to beat him. And if he is to fight like he did those guys, Fedor Emelianenko, he's going to get beat down, and it's going to be quick, because he can't make too many mistakes against Fedor. Fedor is quite possibly one of the strongest guys in MMA. No one pays attention to that because they don't expect it. If Andrei is thinking that, he's going to be very, very surprised. He's probably one of the strongest and fastest heavyweights in MMA, and one of the smartest. So put all those together, you get a guy like Fedor, best fighter in the world right now. I think Fedor going to come away with the TKO or a knockout in this fight, and I don't see it going out of the first round. Either way it goes, I still don't see it going out of the first round. I don't know if you guys know, but I won the best use of booze in a video thanks to Benjamin Charles. So I'd like to say thanks, and I really appreciate that. And whoever voted on that was completely right, and I do think I deserve that award of all awards to win. I think that would be like probably the first and the best one I could receive. So best use of booze, yeah, thank you very much. Couldn't have done it without you guys. So thanks for that award. I really appreciate it. You guys keep kicking ass. That's some killer whiskey you guys got right there, man. I'm telling you. I took a shot of that one time. I couldn't see for 3 minutes. Some good stuff if you're willing to take the pain. Very good stuff.
You hear the lies behind your back. They call it misery. You don't know